Alright lads, my name is the Goblin, and today we are covering the lore and story of Ciri, who is probably the third major character in the Witcher universe. In case you don't know, she is the Asian-haired girl or white-haired girl running around on the Witcher 3 cinematics, so she's probably going to be quite important in the third game. Now, this video won't be a precise account of the books. I don't want to ruin the books for you, and I also don't want to ruin the story of the third game in case the third game is actually based on, certain parts of the book. But in this video, I'm going to help you understand a bit about her character, and why she is important in the story, and mostly why a lot of people want to hunt her down. So to understand Cirilla, Fiona, Ellen, Rhiannon, the Lion Cub of Cintra, which is her extended name, I'm going to refer to a short story written by Sapkowski from his first book, The Last Wish. The leader of Cintra, or Queen Calanthe, I hope I've pronounced that right, has a problem with her daughter Pavetta. One being she is of Elder Blood. Now, Elder Blood was a genetic program initiated by elven mages in order to create a child of extraordinary magical powers. However, the last elven descendant has sex with a human, so the elves kind of gave up on the whole idea. The second problem is that Pavetta is in love with a man who looks like a monster during the day because he was cursed by a wizard at the age of 13. It so happens that this man named Dunny saved Pavetta's father's life one day, and so her father promised Pavetta's hand in marriage to Dunny. So Dunny has the most legitimate right to marry Pavetta. A lot of people in the story, they're trying to win her hand, they're turning up to the castle and trying to convince the queen that, they're the right dude for their daughter, all that kind of thing. Geralt later turns up and, he sorts everything out. Pavetta ends up marrying Dunny, who's no longer, basically the curse is lifted because they are now bonded together. It's kind of like Beauty and the Beast kind of thing, so he no longer looks like a monster during the day. Everything's all fine and dandy. In return for Geralt's help, Dunny and Pavetta ask how they can repay him, and he simply says the first child you give birth to will become a witcher. So he'll take their child and train them to become a witcher. So eventually Pavetta gives birth to Ciri, and Ciri also happens to have elder blood. It's kind of like it's kind of like a gene. You know how some children, even though their parents have a certain hair colour, they don't have the same hair colour as their parents. It can, it's that kind of thing. Anyway, Ciri's parents are lost at sea and presumed dead, so Ciri is looked after by her grandmother. She first meets Geralt while lost in the forest of Brokilon. He later leaves her with the druid Mousak, who is the advisor of her grandmother. Then comes the invasion of Cintra from the Nilfguaard Empire. Nilfguaard have been compared to the Roman Empire, so just get that into your head. There's kind of like this empire just wants to invade everywhere. One of the knights kidnaps Ciri, but she escapes and gets adopted by a merchant, and it so happens that this merchant is also friend with Geralt. Geralt later takes Ciri to the Witcher's stronghold, Kaer Morhen, however the hell you say that. So apologies, if I'm pronouncing these things wrong. Where she is trained in the ways of the Witcher with the help of Triss, Marigold, Yennefer, and a few other witches. So the problem is, a lot of people want Ciri still, because she's like the direct descendant of Calanthe. She is extremely powerful because she has the elder blood. So when the war kind of gets like more and more out of control, Yennefer decides to take Ciri away from Kaer Morhen, and just to keep her safe. And this is about the start of the second book. It's called The Time of Contempt, and I've read this, so hopefully I'll be able to be accurate enough, for you lads. Anyway, Yennefer intends to enroll Ciri in an isolated magical school on the Faened Island, which to me kind of sounds a bit like Hogwarts to me, and this book came out many years before Harry Potter, so that's just something to think about. Okay, the whole plan, to get Ciri safely in this isolated school goes completely tits up. Ciri ends up running away from Yennefer, but accidentally misinterpreting something that Yennefer says. It's actually quite funny. And on the way she encounters the wild hunt when she's like escaping. Now the wild hunt are important, obviously because it's the name of the third game. I don't want to recount the books anymore from here because I don't want to ruin the story of the third game, and anyway, at this point we don't know precisely when it's going to be set. What you need to know is that Nilfguaard are looking for her. This is shown in one of the cinematics when some king in a chair is asking Geralt to find her. Now the Wild Hunt also want her to breed Ciri with one of her own, so that they can have the power to once again travel physically between worlds. And if you want more information about the Wild Hunt, I have a video which you'll either be able to click in the description or at the end of this video. And that's where I'm going to leave the story for now, but let's do a quick overview. So let's just run through some important facts, important things you need to remember and understand about Ciri as a character and her role in the story of the game, the books, whatever. Now, Ciri has elder blood, which means she is extremely powerful. The Wild Hunt are chasing after her. Nilfguaard are chasing after her because they want her powers, especially Vilgefortz. I hope he makes an appearance in this game. Geralt is chasing after her because he wants to protect her. Okay, Geralt and Yennefer view Ciri as their adopted daughter, so he just wants to protect her. Ciri has been trained by the witches. She has the skills of a witcher, but she was not given the mutations. She also is what wizards call a source, which means she has a natural affinity with magic without even training. I think the main storyline of The Witcher 3 is basically going to revolve around investigating Ciri's location and trying to find her. Maybe even joining forces with the Wild Hunt, even though in the cinematics, we're kind of fighting the Wild Hunt. I don't know how we're going to do that. But yeah, I think the main role of Geralt's main motivation in the story is to find Ciri, protect her from all these people trying to kill her and breed her and whatever the hell they want to do with her. Anyway, next week I think I will do a video on Yennefer or a different character. If you have a particular request, then just obviously leave it in the comment section. Anyway, my name is the Meta Goblin, and until my next video, ciao!